If you've already watched the video about a career transition and a calling into a leadership role, then this is going to be another added message to that. Okay, so let me just go over a little bit of what has been said already. So first things first, many of you are transitioning into a career where you are fulfilling some sort of calling, some sort of life path that has called you in this direction towards leadership, a place where you're sharing your experience, strength, and hope, where you are, evolving at the same time, helping others to evolve in some way, shape, or form. There's some things that need to change, some lifestyle changes, maybe the way that you think about things, the way that you act. Maybe there's foods and things of that sort that can't be going into this new transition with you. For most of you, this is a new timeline. When you go into new timelines, old ways of being, old ways of thinking, old ways of acting, any fears, doubts, and insecurities need to go and be left behind, so that when you move into this new timeline, a timeline where you're a leadership and you are sharing have a leadership role and are sharing your experience, strength, and hope in some way, shape, or form, you've got to leave the dense energy behind. Okay, many of you are connecting with people that are sensitive. These are mostly children, teenagers, who are either, I keep saying rainbow children, but I don't know why that's coming out, either rainbow, indigo, or crystal children, which are people and children who are highly sensitive. This could be starseeds. These are these children that are starting to have these supernatural, spiritual type of experiences that maybe they don't know how to filter through what's going on, or maybe their parents don't know how to help them in what they're going through. Either way it goes, you're meant. This is part of your calling. Not everybody's going to resonate with this, but a lot of you are. Many of you are in this time of just needing to breathe. Take the time to not rush into this calling, but putting as much time and energy in as possible without overworking yourself. And what I mean by this, if you're starting to feel exhausted, or if you're doing a lot of energy work and you just feel like your energy is starting to be drained, then take a day or two to rest and recuperate, because that's what Spirit needs you to do. Follow the discernment of Spirit, follow the direction and the guidance of your heart at this time. 222, it is definitely leading you towards this, whatever this is. It's a new timeline of more happiness, more freedom. While you're being in your calling, you're making money and advancing, spreading your wings and flying. This is a time of sharing your experience, strength, and hope. How did you get through something? How did you get to where you're at today? What is it that made you change and make the changes that you've made, and so on and so forth? This is a time where you're starting to see that something that you've been called to, something you've been putting your time and energy into, is now starting to be shown in a tangible way in your life. God is now showing you that the timing is perfect. You haven't been passed up for something. Now you're in 303, moving more into this role. And now it's a time to soar and just see. There's big shifts, big changes that's about to happen. For many of you, this is a pretty big breakthrough energy. Know that all is well, that again, you're not being passed up for something, that everything happens in divine timing or in the perfect time. Whether or not you feel it's divine timing, it's right when it should happen, right on time, okay? I do feel like many of you are in this energy of realizing some blessings are just hidden. It may take time to receive certain blessings. These are blessings that through your clairvoyant abilities, or through your intuition or your discernment of Spirit, has showed you 3, 4, 5 in some way, shape, or form, through visions or just internal knowings or intuition or discernment, has showed you that there's some sort of blessing that's coming, and you may have little bits and pieces of the ins and outs to it. But for many of you, this is that energy of now seeing what those hidden blessings were and starting to see the evidence of these things happening in your daily life. But let's see what else is coming out. I do feel like many of you, this is going to be a time of really stepping into this role of having to be courageous and really just seeing things a little bit different, and pushing yourself through times of feeling like you don't have enough to bring to the table, or these times when you feel like you don't have enough support. I've been feeling like I don't have enough support lately. However, again, we're right where we're at when we're supposed to be there. The support that's supposed to be there will come when it's supposed to come. I'm learning and going through some more lessons moving into this new timeline that have to do 444 with the new timeline. So one of the things that I am seeing is that many of you are stepping into this destined type of calling. This is something that God said, okay, this is for you. You're supposed to do this. We've been preparing you your whole entire life. We are guiding you at this time. And now your perceptions and your awareness is changing about what it is that you're supposed to do, what your role is, what the calling is. And now you're putting the time and energy into said calling or said role. Okay. For many of you, this in itself is bringing in a lot of expansion. Okay, it may be bringing in an energy of like financial security. For some of you, this is a new level of independence. For some of you, it's the first time being independent at all, but either way it goes, there's definitely a transformation where you're starting to see that what you have to bring to the table, your experience, strength, and hope is needed at this time. A lot of you are going through some sort of heart awakening, realizing that certain people are there for you and here to support you as you're evolving and growing, and others are not. For some of you, you're in a whole new timeline of learning who your friends are and who they're not, what kind of friendships you desire and what you don't. All of those things are things that are happening. Some of these reasons that these are happening is because people are gossiping about you, or maybe you just feel the energy of people not being so supportive. And this is a time of, again, ridding of people, maybe even places and things that are no longer in alignment with you, because you're moving into this new timeline. And these energies, these dense energies, may be holding you back. So it is time to clear some sort of energies and move forward. And just know that, this energy is going to be very inviting for you to continue to grow. Okay. And what I mean by this is, like, when I'm moving into this new timeline that I'm in, I'm going back to my old roots: meditation, prayer, intention, retraining my thoughts to be more positive. Not that I'm a negative person anyway, and not that I haven't already cleared a lot of those energies, but we keep going through these new cycles, 654, and the new cycles have same type of experiences that the old cycles had. The only difference is we learned a lot in the old cycle, so now when we're moving into the new cycle, it's not going to be as hard. It's not going to be as challenging. 707, guys. All kinds of number confirmations. Look them up on the website, Sacred Scribes. It'll give you more insight into what I'm trying to tell you in the first place. But the thing that you're moving into right now is bringing in new energies of new cycles, okay? These new cycles are things that you've been through before. Many of these new things, the things that you've been through before in these new cycles, are presenting you with new challenges, but it really isn't the same challenges that you went through before. Again, it's going to be much easier. This is going to be a time of growing and expanding rapidly. It's not going to take as long for you to get through the challenges or the lessons that you're supposed to be learning. And instead, it's bringing you into more of this like invigorating type of energy of, I've got this. I'm doing what it takes to get there. I'm feeling powerful. I'm feeling on top of things. I'm supported. Even if it doesn't seem that I'm supported, I know that I'm supported. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, just this really, really, really good uplifting energy. A lot of you are being called to service, 808. This is service towards other people without expecting anything in return. However, some of you that are giving of your services are being asked to really watch and use the discernment of spirit and make sure that spirit is leading you towards service for somebody, because not everybody needs your service. And at this time, this is a time when the energy is shifting and showing us, who we're supposed to be giving service to and who we're not, whether it be volunteer service or a service through a business or whatever it may be. Which cards do I go to? I am instantly seeing the orange cards. They're like screaming out at me. Let's see what they have for us. What other messages do you have for the collective, please, at this time? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages from, thank you. Why do they have to keep falling all the way over there? Okay, this is going to be a time of really having a balance between the masculine and feminine energies. And I feel like many of you, you're being called to go outdoors and connect with the elements at this time. For whatever reason, I'm feeling like the connection with the elements, whether it be earth, air, fire, water, wood, ether, all of the above. There's something about getting connection with getting connected with these aspects so that you can connect with the aspect of the masculine and feminine energies and balance them out. So the masculine energies, for me anyway, is the energies that keep me in my logical thinking. It's also the energies that help me to understand that I have some sort of purpose and some sort of role. It's also the part of me that helps me to push through with hard work, dedication, and so on and so forth to get the job done. I stand on my convictions. I know what I'm supposed to do. I go after it without, worrying about any kind of disapproval or any judgment from anybody or what have you. Now, the feminine aspect of me is that aspect of me that thinks with my heart, that thinks with my emotions, that is connected with my intuition and my discernment of spirit. It's also that part of me that is connected with all these like spiritual gifts and spiritual attributes that help me to connect deeply with my Akashic records, with my angels, with my highest self, and this and that. It's also the part of me that helps me to see when my lowest self or my lower part of the ego is trying to take over and scare me in some way, shape, or form to not be in my highest self. So there's this aspect of us that is learning about how to balance these energies out, or maybe you've already learned and now you're living in that balanced form. For most of you, this is exactly what it's referring to. It doesn't have to be, but that could be exactly what it's referring to for most of you. Some of you are stepping into an energy of connecting with a twin flame, a soulmate, a counterpart. This is somebody who is like a divine love, 1101, a divine connection. This is somebody who many of you have been waiting on for quite some time. You knew exactly who you wanted, how you wanted to get them. Maybe some of you just have this dream of a certain man, and not that you know who it is or you know what the face looks like or what have you, but you've told God, you've made a list of what your desired love relationship would look like, and how you want that to be. For me, it's somebody that is connected with spirituality, whether they're religious or not, somebody who's okay with prayer and meditation, somebody who's okay with taking walks with me, somebody who's okay with growing with me physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and energetically, somebody who is very, very unconditional, loving, and non-judgmental, and will support me, and vice versa, in our growth in all of those ways. Somebody that I can just show unconditional love to and receive that back without any kind of like judgment. And there's so much more to that. Somebody who's family oriented. So you guys have took the time to ask God for said person. And maybe you've been going through situations with like twin flame journeys, false twin flames, having soulmates come in and teach you things that you need to learn. These false twin flames are teaching you things that you need to learn. I've had 5 of them, guys. Not that all of them were love relationships, but even through friendships and connections that I've had. 1221, guys, that's a mirror. So you're mirroring some sort of energy from other people that are helping you to see your worth and value, or helping you to see things that you need to change at this time to help you feel more worth and value. Either way it goes, you've been through some sort of journey that's taken you to now this place where a divine love is coming in. Some of you've been knowing that this divine love wasn't coming in until you found your independence, until you found this place of security, until you found, this just ultimate love for yourself, where you didn't care whether or not you had a partner. You loved yourself regardless. This is the energy that I'm feeling right now. And this is the energy that most of you, if you're not already in, are moving into. And this is a good space to be. I feel really happy about this. I've been waiting on this kind of energy. And, some of you have been too. This is definitely a time of getting signs and synchronistic things that are teaching you and reminding you of things to come. Some of you have had premonitions, dreams, daydreams, just these internal knowings, discernment of spirit that has told you that this is going to be here for you very soon. This person is going to be in your life soon. This kind of friendships are coming in. Your tribe is, right around the corner. Your support is coming from this direction or this direction. Just all of these things that are showing you signs that things are still moving in the right order and things are still being put in place. And that, if you just keep going and don't stop now and don't take no for an answer, these miraculous shifts and changes are going to happen. And most of you are already seeing the shifts and changes happening. Most of these changes are happening in your physical life around you. However, they don't have to be. This could be in your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual life, what have you, energetically. But a lot of you are seeing signs and synchronistic things that are happening, whether it be just people coming into your life at a certain time and they give you something. Like my friend gave me this shirt last night when I was feeling a little bit down, and she didn't even know that I wanted this shirt, that I was trying to manifest it and things of that sort. But here I am with this shirt because she gave it to me last night. I felt very supported finally once I got this shirt. Not that this shirt was what made me feel supported, but it was just the way that God interacted through somebody else, giving me something that they didn't even know that I wanted, don't even, understand the whole ins and outs of why this is so important to me. G7, G13, all of that stuff. There is an importance to it. Whether or not it started out as an experiment, there's something deeper to it. And she gave it to me, and it made me feel, like that was some sort of sign that God said, keep going. Don't give up now. You've been feeling a little bit down. But what I know is that when I feel down and out, like my prayers aren't being answered, like I'm purging some sort of old energy, then this is the energy of breakthrough, okay? I'm getting ready to get into this new timeline, or I'm already like tiptoeing into a new timeline where the shift of all of these things that I've been manifesting, that I've been praying for, that I've been working so hard to change so that I can have, are coming in. Same thing for you too. You're getting signs through numbers, through other people, places, and things, through music lyrics that are repeating to you, through daydreams, through night dreams, through premonitions, through just these deep internal knowings, through people saying things that are just like, why are they saying that? That resonates with me. They didn't know that I was going through this. Those are the type of things that I am getting here. So many of you are kind of just wondering, like, is this getting ready to happen for me too? If you're watching this video, then hell yeah, it's getting ready to happen for you too. Congratulations. You're here. Having said all that, guys, let's see what these last couple cards tell us about what we're going through in this shift right now. This leadership role, this shifting into a career path that is more in an energy of becoming a leader or already being the leader and just showing people that you are. Either way it goes. Let's see what the last messages are. What other messages do you have for the collective at this time, please? What other messages do you have for the collective at this time? Thank you. I don't know what that was all about, but somebody needed that, I guess. A lot of times when light language just starts coming out and it's not something that I have been, in silence preparing for, I haven't meditated about it, set any intentions, that's Spirit's way of just giving thanks through the light language. Or maybe sometimes people just need some sort of activation or some sort of healing code and it just comes out. So I just go with it. It is what it is. I can't really stop it from happening anyway. So Peace Angel, this is a time of becoming more like having a more controlled, I don't even know if that's the right way, peace of mind. And this peace of mind is becoming more and more like, how do I say this? You're becoming more and more in this peace of mind because of the shift and changes that are taking place. But it all started with you. You deciding and making a decision like, I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep doing what I need to do. This calling I know is something that I've been called to for some sort of divine reason. And maybe you know the ins and outs of why that divine reason is here. But either way it goes, Spirit is saying, this is time. You're being called. This is a time of accepting that where you are now is exactly where you're supposed to be. And just don't stop, okay? I just keep getting this message, don't stop. I wanted to stop a couple days ago, man. I was having it out with God and just really telling my angels off and this and that. And this is part of the process, okay? People go through this. This isn't something that, it's just peaches and cream and we don't have to go through heartache. And, being called to something that is much, much bigger than you could ever think has a lot of challenges. It has a lot of things that we have to clear. It comes with a process of purging and cleansing and letting go and surrendering and doing that all over and over and over again until there isn't any more to do. Then we move into these new cycles, which brings us into this feeling of excitement, harmony, bliss. And I'm even feeling this goes like a lot deeper than that. I just feel like this very connected energy with oneness. And so many of you are moving into this energy as you're coming into this leadership role and really putting your whole self into it. You're going to feel so much empowerment, and it's like a joyful empowerment where you're just smiling all the time. And, you don't have a fear about what is getting ready to happen, even if you haven't got any tangible evidence yet. The fear's gone. And we're just moving into this really good energy, and I absolutely love it. I'm going to see what's on the bottom. Many of you have, in the past, had a wounded heart. You have been being prepared and you've let go and you've cleared the heartache. I seen 18, 18, and 19, 19, guys, so look those up on Sacred Scribes. But you cleared all the heartache, the trauma, the past pain and anguish that you had endured. And now this wounded heart is feeling on top of things, feeling like, there is nothing or anyone that can hold us back at this time. And so this energy of unconditional love, passion, commitment, dedication, and just going after it is what I'm feeling with this. I'm also feeling, though, that this is bringing me to this holy love card. You had to clear so much shit, man. The past had to go so that you can be in this holy love with a counterpart, with a twin flame, with a soulmate, with whatever it is. This is a great freaking reading, man. Our perspectives have changed. We're more in alignment with what we're supposed to be doing now. And it's just about doing it. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Much love to you. Bye.